Super Bowl prop of the day, NHL, NBA props. We even got a darts play for you. Welcome to the Road to Millions, Andy and Corbin from WagerTalk.com. So we did not have a show on Friday. Apologize. Had something come up in the afternoon, but we will be video heavy this week as we lead up to the Super Bowl, and we go over quite a few things. So a lot going on. Positive vibes from the audience. Just please hit the like button and leave us a comment. Tell us what your best bet is, or even better, let's take it. Let's do
Go
the
one
Super
better.
Bowl prop video. We already got a few that have been sent in, so just take a video of you giving out your best Super Bowl prop. It needs to be submitted by this Friday, 20 seconds or less. The ones I've gotten so far are fantastic. They're perfect. All you gotta do, pull out your phone, record it, bang, send it to me. Some people are just putting it on Google Drive because the videos aren't quite, they're just a little bit too big. So put it on your Google Drive, send me a link, and that's it. The ones I've gotten so far are great. So go ahead and do that. Make it 20, 30 seconds. You can email it to bumprunsports@gmail.com. If you have any problems, just leave me a comment. Email me, hit me up on Twitter, do whatever, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait. So thanks to everybody that is doing that. So what we're going to do each day, we're going to talk about a Super Bowl prop of the day, and Corbin and I are going to go back and forth and try and figure out which one we like. So we'll start with a little bit of an obscure one here, Corbin. So this one's on DraftKings. Largest lead of the game, over under 14.5. The over is plus 105, the under is minus 135. So this could be either team. So do you like the over 14.5 or do you like the under 14.5 on will either team have a lead over 2 touchdowns here? What do you think?
I think I lean to the under. I mean, that seems the other side. That's the side the books are saying is probably going to happen. But 14.5 is just such a hard total to go over, especially in such a big game like this. Both defenses are obviously decent. Their offenses can struggle at times, but they do have explosive plays in them. That's the way to lose this, is if they're going gung ho one way or the other. Um, yeah, I see this as like one team. I see the 49ers coming out good at the start, but then the Chiefs kind of coming back into it and making adjustments. To get to that kind of total is really hard. So I think I lean to the under at the minute.
So I like unders a lot for this particular Super Bowl, like kind of on the scoring. Like I've talked about, like I don't think either team is going to get to 30 points. And the premise is really based around the Chiefs defense and how good they've been. I mean, this is a team that's given up 10 second half points in the second half. They're healthy. That's the other kind of untalked about thing. Untalked about,
Yeah.
totally not a word. It's something that's not really talked about is the Chiefs defense is healthy. Chris Jones is what 100%. So,
Yep.
and the flip side of that is this is not an explosive Chiefs offense. I mean, they haven't gotten to 30 points in the postseason. And the 49ers, 24-21 against the Packers, 34-31 against Detroit. So, and those defenses way worse than than the Kansas City Chiefs. So
Exactly.
I'm with you. I actually like the under quite a bit on this one. I also think these are teams that are going to kick field goals. I don't think these are teams that are going to be the Detroit Lions, like going for it on every fourth down. Because in my opinion, that's how you end up with a lead that's 3 scores. Is like you go for it a lot on fourth downs, and like maybe you
Yeah.
don't get them.
Yeah.
Turnovers is a real good way to get over this. These aren't teams that turn the ball over a ton. Patrick Mahomes doesn't turn the ball hardly over at all. I mean, maybe you worry about Brock Purdy throwing an interception, which he's been prone to do, but I think I'm with you. The juice is a little bit hefty there at minus 135, but man, they add that hook to it. I think this game is in the 20s, like a 24-21, 27-24 type game. So
Yeah.
I think we're in agreement on this one that
Yeah.
we like the under. So especially if you just don't think there's a lot of points that are going to be scored, it's pretty hard to imagine this. And what would be great is a couple field goals right off the bat.
Exactly.
so
Again,
so
this is basically free scores. Like, to get free scores in a Super Bowl like unanswered is quite crazy. What I also like about this play is, I know you don't particularly like this, but if it goes really bad, you could easily hedge out of this live. Like if they score on two consecutive drives, you could easily sprinkle something on like the 14 the say the 49ers go up 14. You could easily sprinkle like the Chiefs next drive to not result in points or something like that. So
Truth. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. But you're right. This one is hedgeable. You could absolutely um yeah, you figure that one out. So, all right. Well, Corbin and I are in agreement on this one. That might be a prop to look at. That's available on DraftKings. So,
yeah.
what do we have up right now? Well, we have our 5% Super Bowl pack. If you haven't gotten that, go ahead and take advantage of that. There's a 5% and a 4% play in there. Love both the plays, clearly. Not sure how many more plays we're going to add to it just because we like those ones so much.
Hmm.
And again, another reminder, I hate to be the wet blanket, but you do not have to go all in on the Super Bowl. It's one football game. Let's exercise some bankroll management. We also have a special running the rest of February for only $199. That's $100 off. It's normally $299, so this thing gets marked down to $199. So encourage everyone to take advantage of that for some long-term plays. It includes all the Super Bowl plays as well as plays that we'll have moving forward. I will also tell everybody tomorrow running a special $5 for a non 5% play, and we will have a play up for tomorrow for only $5. So go ahead and get ready for that. Should be a really, really good Tuesday with $5 plays. We got the 5% Super Bowl pack up, so looking forward to a really, really good week of props here. So we talked about doing NBA and NHL. I will start off here. There's one that I wanted to talk about here in the NBA. I haven't done a lot of NBAs, but I'm going to talk about this a little bit more in a couple other videos. But LeBron James over 1.5 made 3 pointers here. Um, this is a really interesting, Corbin, because the books just keep putting it at 1.5, and he keeps getting like two, and he keeps
Hmm.
going over. The juice minus 138, not too bad. When I was talking to you about this one earlier, one thing I noticed about this is his biggest streak with not going over is 2 games. So you've never really gotten, crushed or had a real long losing streak on this one. The
I
other
quite
inter
like I quite like that it lands on two as well. It almost helps keep the
it's
books keep
great.
it where it is. If he sailed over with a couple of threes and fours like more regularly, then they're probably more inclined to increase it. So
I agree because if they move it to 2.5, I'll take the under. I think no
exactly.
matter no matter what number they put this at, I think you could take advantage of it. So LeBron of the 3 pointers might be worth a look here tonight. So I was going to talk about Max Struess, but literally as we were recording, the line moved. I just watched it move up and up and up. So that one, unfortunately, is unplayable. That's fine. We don't need too many of those. NHL, there's only a couple games tonight. There was one person in particular. You guys know I love guys to not have a point. And where is he? Anders Lee. Where's Anders Lee? Here he is. So Anders Lee has not been having very many points this season.
Just not many.
It's not.
I thought the chart was broken there for a second, just not loading.
So it's minus 170, but if he keeps at this rate, you're going to be up if you just stick to it. So Anders Lee, as long as it's under minus 200, I think is worth it. The only worry is you are coming off of the All Star break, so I don't know. Maybe the offenses are rested, but at the same time, the defense, the goalies could be rested too. Toronto does give up 3.26 games, but honestly, with Anders Lee, it hasn't really mattered that much. So, I mean, this isn't his entire season. He went through a little stretch here where he had some, but what is that? One out of the last 10 games, he's had a point. So,
Yeah.
again, it's juicy, but you could fire away on it. This is a great one if you're doing a same game parlay. Maybe that's the way to do it. Is you just like same game parlay him to not have a point with like Toronto to score a goal, or just something like a really low
Another same
total.
game parlay.
Yeah, yeah. Although, yeah, NHL same game parlays are so hard to hit consistently. So those are a couple of NBA and NHL plays we could be looking for. And if you guys have not been following, Corbin's doing really well in darts. And so, Corbin, can you explain one more time about just the Thursday league and some of these other leagues that are going on right now?
Yeah, so they have what's called the Darts Premier League. That's every Thursday for I think it's 17 weeks, and they last week was the first one, so we've still got long way ahead of that. And then they have these other tournaments that are like it's kind of hard to explain. They're more like they're weekend tournaments almost. So they start on like a Friday with like the first rounds. The top players are never involved in that, and so that's where you get some real mismatches. Like some weeks they have players that literally throw a dart like just stood straight, just throwing it like dead straight. I watched one guy the other week at the I think it was the Bahrain tournament. Literally averaged about 50, got completely lost every set. I think you could have beat him, Andy. So you get those kind of like players that aren't regularly on the tour or in the top even 50 at times. And then you have these other like TV tournaments they're called. That's what the one that we just had, like the Masters, those kind of tournaments that are like a level underneath probably the Premier League, but they're still widely known. So yeah, they're the main tournaments going on.
And these plays are available on all the domestics. They're also available on Bovada. So these are like, even though it may sound obscure, they're available everywhere. So
Yeah,
Corbin's done a really good job. But just expect there to be dart plays. All access clients, all these Thursday tournaments, we're going to have at least one play, and then on the weekend look for a couple more. So I would expect
yeah,
anywhere between 1 and 3 plays a week on
yeah,
darts.
yeah.
So, something about that. All right, so this is just kind of a little taste of what you're looking at to play. So walk us through these, and yeah, just kind of explain what
Yeah,
these plays are and how you can use them.
so the first player is Peter Wright, under 1.5 180s. He's just been awful this year. Keeps changing his darts. He's not practicing. He's just really old. He's really gone off the boil. So you look at his 180s this year. He's had zero. He had two, but in 18 legs. This is first to seven, so far shorter format. Zero week one against Cross, so in this format last week. Zero versus Dotes, zero again, and then one. So in this kind of shorter format, he really hasn't gone over or like close really to going over this total. If you want as well, you could take his under 2.5 at -300. Again, he hasn't even cleared that in the tournament. That was like double the amount of legs, and that's -300 if you want that as a parlay piece. But I love both of those. And then my other one is Luke Littler, most 180s versus Cross. I'm sure everyone's heard of Luke Littler at this point. He's the 16, 17-year-old, come out of the juniors out of nowhere and is suddenly blitzing everyone, quite honestly. And he's really doing it by scoring so high compared to all these other players. So he had six 180s in week one and two. His opponent Cross has had one in each of the games, just one. So Littler's cleared this in every game, basically. They played in the longer format in the World Championships. Littler had 16 180s to 10, and I really like it here. He he's just so much more like suited to the 180s than a Cross. Cross mixes it up and goes for different trebles. He doesn't necessarily just go for the treble 20, which is what you need three of to get a 180. Whereas Littler's so consistent on those. So they're my two free plays for the darts this week.
I love listening to you break down darts plays. I do. I do. Mostly because I know there's a lot of people that have no idea what what
Nobody
you're
knows
talking
anything I just
about.
said for the last
Yes.
5 minutes.
That's all right. That's all right. All we need to do is cash the darts plays. That's it. So, let's see. There was one other thing I wanted to touch on real quick, Corbin. So, here in Indiana, we just got Bet 365.
Yes.
Corbin is rejoicing. So that's now what 8 or 9, maybe 10 states
I
have Bet
think it's up to
365.
10. So,
If you live in Indiana, like I do, or if you live in a state that has Bet 365, get Bet 365 and get that account funded. I have been waiting for Bet 365 to get here because I know what a great book it is and how many great lines they have available, especially for our style of betting.
yeah.
So if you do not have money in a Bet 365 account and it's legal in your state, jump
Do it.
aboard. Jump aboard. You're gonna
ASAP.
get, yeah, you're gonna get those. So these darts plays and all of our other plays can be found on the other books,
Yeah.
but Bet365 is gonna give us a chance to take advantage of some other plays as well. So All right. I think that's going to do it for us this week. So, once again, just encourage everyone to go take advantage of the 5% Super Bowl pack that's up rest of February for $199 if you're looking for the rest of the month here. Normally $299, marked down to $199. So, great deal there. Up 91 units in 2023, profitable in 2024 so far. I'm looking forward to adding to the units this month. So it wasn't a great weekend. Full disclosure, we Corbin and I struggled this weekend, but we'll go over that on Friday for Bankroll Reset Day. But we got the rest of the week to cash some plays here, and
Yeah,
got a really nice. We got the 5% tennis play that was a parlay. We hit the first one, the first leg. So just waiting on that one to give
yeah.
us a really nice boost for this week. So get ready for $5 play tomorrow, and for Thursday we'll have darts plays. We got the Waste Management Golf Tournament. Besides the majors, it's probably the best tournament of the year. Pure anarchy, just a nonstop party, a lot of fun. So looking forward to that. We got a good UFC card this weekend. So, all right, that's going to do it for us. Hit the like button, leave us a comment, and please go ahead and send in those videos. I can't wait to make this montage of everyone giving out their Super Bowl props. So looking forward to it. And if you need any help, just let us know in the comments section or send me an email, and we'll get you taken care of. Good luck on all your plays. We'll see everyone tomorrow on the Road to Millions.
Good luck.